morning, folks. Welcome to Coffee with Kelsey. My name is Kelsey Miles, and I thought everything was derping out again. So apparently I can only see part of the screen, but you can see the whole me. That's awesome, because for a while it was just my hair. Anyway, I hope you have your coffee. I need my coffee. Today we're going to talk a little bit about burnout and what that means, which is, you can't tell, I'm smiling. Things are great. But I'm experiencing some burnout, which is fun. It's also snowing in Wisconsin, but we don't have anywhere to go anyway, so it's fine. We've got some of you in Florida. Cheryl's in Florida, so we can't wait to hear about the sunshine. Let's get started. Yep, there I am. It just looks all zoomed in and wonky for me, but as long as you are having a great viewing experience, then that's all that matters. Yeah, so we've got a couple things today. So one, we got to wait till Jeff comes on. Jeff will hopefully be coming on. We have to ask him to make sure he practiced his guitar. So that was one of the things I was going to make sure that we were on him about. I think it's so important to find accountability buddies as we're working on things. Let me just add the chat box here so we can see everybody. There we go. You know, one of the fun things with online, there's always random things that always happen. So I'm just going to move this over for us. Always random things that's going to happen. So yeah, I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about burnout, and if anyone has experienced that, I actually experienced it really bad when I was in graduate school. So I was I was a musician at night, and then I was a chem grad student during the day, and eventually it got to where my body was just under too much chronic stress, which is pretty much what happens when you burn out. And you do it for a long period of time, and for me what happened was my body ended up just like said, nope, that's it. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're not doing anything. I remember being in lab. I don't know. It was around 11 a.m. I had worked a few hours already. I was in lab. I was kind of tired. But then around 2 o'clock, I literally couldn't focus. I had never experienced something that bad. And then, so I went home and I slept for 17 hours straight. It was nuts. It was nuts. So I go into work the next day. I made it till about 3, maybe 4 o'clock. Same thing happened. So then I went home and I slept for another 16 hours. Did that for a couple days. And then I was back to normal. And so I promised I would never do that again. And here I am, a little older, and I have had that happen a couple times, but not nearly as bad. It was I don't know. It was so bad. Have any of you experienced that burnout? It's kind of nuts. 37 degrees here this morning. 37. That is actually pretty cold for Florida. Just 72 for a high. That's awesome. So yeah, so I'm just talking about burnout, and I understand that, why it happens, right? When your body's under constant stress. And it's so interesting how our brains and our bodies are connected, and how mental stress or mental struggles can really affect you physically. And so to be honest, I'm dealing with that right now. It doesn't look like it. I'm quite happy, but then I'm always happy. I just I can't do as much. I can't focus as well when I'm under too much stress. So the last month, I had some personal stress happening, and I thought I would just bring it up because it's a real thing, and it sucks. It sucks. So After today, this afternoon, I will be much better. And so part of why I'm stressed is because, I mean, the whole thing is based off of COVID, to be really honest. I had to pick up a part-time job doing something very, 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 very different. And knowing me, I don't do anything halfway. Let me just show you something that I was doing last night. So I'm teaching part-time. And I'm really grateful for Patreon and everyone on Patreon, because that allows me to not just go get a full-time job, which would really suck up a lot of my time. And a lot of this is just with chemistry. I mean, I love chemistry. I really do. But pretty much everything you're going to do with chemistry takes up a lot of time. Let's see. Oh, it's not showing up. Well, that's fun. I wonder if I can do I would love to show you this. Nope. Okay. We're going to do one thing here. It won't show up for me. Okay. Well, I'm just going to show you. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to share my screen and I'll show it with you guys. So I am having fun. I am just a little burned out. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. So let's see here. Let me show you what I got going on. I'm going to crop from the right. Real-time video editing. Real-time video editing. There we go. So this is Miss Rhodey helping me out, teaching my course. I've got about 200 students in this course. It's absolutely insane how many students that they pack into these classes. It's quite nuts. There we go. Cool. Okay. Now I'm going to. Whoops. Oh, what is it doing here? This thing got all wonky. All right, so that's Miss Rhodey. The whole thing flipped over on me. So it flipped over on me. That's Miss Rhodey licking her paw, and that's me with a molecular, this is just a model kit, and I'm explaining, you might be able to hear me in the background. Yeah, I'm explaining things about chemical structures, why we have certain bonds the way they do. The two blue atoms there are simply carbons. I'm just highlighting that they're carbons. All of the black lines represent bonds that are formed with electrons between nuclei. And I could teach you a whole lot about chemistry, but what I do sometimes is I involve Rhodey in all of my teaching, because what's better than learning chemistry than with a cat in the background? I mean, I don't know about you, but that makes me want to learn this. Eventually, she does end up knocking the structure off of her cat stand, which is kind of fun. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and it's just part-time, but it's 200 students and it's all online. And I actually am really viewing this part-time job as a place for me to, I'm putting in a lot of effort right now. And everyone, I mean, you guys know, like, if you ever have a new job, it takes so much effort in the beginning to just learn all of the things. And this one is particularly taking me a lot of time because I'd like to do this part-time more often, and I think it'll be a great way for me to support my music, but it also keeps my brain kind of fresh and keeps me going. So anyway, I'm experiencing burnout from this, and it's it's only the second week. Oh. But my students are great. They really are. The students are awesome. It's just I put a lot of pressure on myself to make things like really good, so that way I can reuse them, and that way I have content that I'm really proud of and something that is going to help them learn. So I don't do anything halfway. You guys know that. We're looking at the comments now. I'm going to pull this up. I don't have my, well, I stopped wearing contacts, which was stupid because I can't read very well far away. Let's read a little bit of the comments. So, what's up, Doug? School canceled. Awesome. Jody says, you know, my crazy schedule, every now and again, my body yells at me, and I have about 1 day a month that I need to rest all day. Isn't that interesting? We start to learn about repeating patterns in our body, about, oh, I notice this is happening. And I'm really sensitive to burnout now because I've had some extreme burnout before. And so I'm not there. I'm not there at an extreme burnout. And so there's little things that you have to do in order to avoid it. And honestly, the key is just recognizing when it's coming, you know, because then maybe you don't snap at loved ones or you start taking things off your plate or start delegating. Interesting how we can do mind over matter on ourselves, but the body only buys that for so long, and then it talks so loudly. You've been there. Charlotte, Jody, see, this is so interesting. I love this topic because I'm a big believer of psychology and how our brains, you know, how we program our brains, like, can change everything. It really can. There is a breaking point, and our bodies and our brains know that. And so it's like you can push it. Just like Charlotte's saying, it's mind over matter, and you can get there and you can push it. However, there is a breaking point. And so it doesn't mean that you're weak when you do have a burnout. It doesn't mean you're weak when you need to have a rest day. It's just like necessary. And so it's finding that balance. And I think we all have different balances, what we can handle. And it depends on like where we're at in our lives or like what else is going on. Yeah. So it's really important that we focus on mind over matter. The people here that join Coffee with Kelsey, I know that you guys think that, you know, mind over matter. And then your body's like, hold on, I don't believe you anymore. Just like Charlotte said. I love that. I love that. Hey, talking about Jody, I'm going to play something for you, I'm sure. But I do want to bring up something really fun. So let me just pull this up. So I made some new t-shirts, and this is for Patreon, and this is for some of the higher tier members in Patreon. And so as you can see, I have my, so this is my iron that I tried to, so I made this vinyl iron-on transfer. And I don't know if I showed this to you guys, so I'm just showing you this picture. I know some people on Patreon saw this. And then I tried to put it on one of my Be Bold, Be Curious, Be You bags. And then, as you can tell, it didn't work. So you should always check the material when you're doing iron-on. And then this is the finished product, though. And it really turned out nice. Really turned out nice. So don't let fear be in control. And mind over matter. A lot of my songs actually are mind over matter based. Wow. Hold on. Huh. They're all like thinking songs. But yeah, Don't Let Fear Be in Control, the lyrics to my song Red. And then Jody doesn't have to work today, which is awesome. And this is Miss Jody. And look at her. Just look at that t-shirt. It looks so good on you, girl. Look at that. I hope I surprised you today. I know that you didn't have to work and you had the day off. So I'm hoping that this makes you smile, Jody. That you're on Kelsey camera. Thanks, Doug. Yes. Yeah. You know, and honestly, what's kind of neat is that they all chose them. So Jody chose Red because the song title is Red. And then these were chosen by Betty and Jim. So you guys know Betty from my song I See You, which is really fun. And so purple and green. And yeah, and so the design here was designed by my friend Anastasia, who is also a backup singer for my band, which is really neat. So Maybe we should do a little bit of Red. Should I go ahead and play Red, you guys? I think that might be a good idea. Good idea. Let's do that. Oh, what did I do? There's Rhodey again. Look at how cute she is. Teaching those kids about models. About chemical structures. So Rhodey's been kind of nuts too lately. I know that animals pick up when their owners are feeling weird, and I know that she has wanted to play more than typical, which I think is kind of fun. She notices. She's like, yo, Mom, you need to chill out and play with me right now. Isn't that right? This is like the only country song that I've released. We might keep it that way. Yeah. Well, you left me. Well, you left me with no choice. No forgiveness. No forgiveness I could voice. Yeah. Yes, I heard every word. It's still ringing in my head, fueling my fear. Oh, screaming red. Hey. It's like trying to run from the thread of yesterday. Holding you back, you can't let it go. Hoping to find some peace along the way. Oh, your restless heart, it steals the show. All along you thought you were following your soul. But you realize that fear is in control. Yeah. Yes, I left you. Yeah, I left you screaming red. Too many voices, well, they were running in your head. They were clouding your judgment. Oh, so I had to take a stand and unplug that silence. Oh, yeah. Screaming red. Hey. It's like trying to run from the thread of yesterday. Holding you back, you can't let it go. Woo. Hoping to find some peace along the way. Oh, your restless heart, it steals the show. Hey. All along you thought you were following your soul. But you realize that fear is in control. Yeah. It's like trying to run from the thread of rest again. Holding you back, you can't let it go. Hoping to find some peace along the way. Oh, your restless heart, it steals your show. All along you thought you were following your soul. Hey. But you realize that fear is in control. Don't let fear be in control. No, no. That's probably my favorite line of this song right there. Don't let fear. Said don't let fear. Oh, 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 no, no, no. Said don't let fear be in control. No, no. Cause you are stronger. You are stronger than you know. And the last line, those two are my favorite. Don't let fear be in control. You are stronger than you know. Bam. Okay, I needed that song. It's so interesting. Okay, let me just tell you what happened mentally through that. So I started the song, and then I'm like, well, hopefully vocally I've just, burnout like we talked about. And then I started playing, and I have a feeling I'm going to do a big songwriting session tonight. Just me and my guitar, I think. Wow, that felt really, I needed that. Interesting. I mean, it's exactly why we're all here. This is why we know each other. We all feel music. Ugh. Thank you, Jody. Wow, that song hit me hard. I'm like trying to come off of this mental, I really felt that. Okay, interesting. Wow. Maybe during these burnout moments, I just need to carve out time to make sure that maybe I play some for myself. Oh, wow. That one helped me. Oh, thank you, music. Wowzer. Oh, well, I'm feeling a lot better all of a sudden. That was great. It's fun how music can do that. I always talk about it. And then that really hit me this morning. Aww. Doug says, you took us on a little trip just now. Thank you, Doug. Awesome. Here, let me just put up this really, I just can't get over. This is what I just can't get over. Real quick. I mean, just look at that. It looks so good on you, Jody. These are available on my t-shirt shop. And I think you can find them if you go to my Facebook. I need to make sure they're added to my website, but they will be available. Now, these are handmade by me, but the ones on the shop will not be handmade by me. It takes me a long time to do all the things. There's one more thing I wanted to show you guys, just a random fact that I learned, and this makes a lot of sense. Ready? Pesto is amazing on salmon. I'm just gonna fight me about it, all right? Pesto is amazing on salmon. I meant to show this to you guys. This is one of the recipes that we did for Cooking with Kelsey on our Monday evenings on Patreon, and every tier is allowed to join in on Monday nights. You can just join in and just cook with us. You don't have to do the specified recipe. On Monday, this coming Monday, we are doing shrimp tacos. That's right. You gonna say hi? No. And so pesto is amazing on salmon, and you should just try it. I'm just Be like the cool kids here. It's so good. All right. Well, Rhodey and I are going to. Do you want to say hi? Oh, do you want to play? Do you want to play? We want to play. She wants to play. Okay. Here, grab this thing. Okay, ready? Okay. Cool. It's my sister. What's up, Meredith? Hi. You're on my live stream. I'm live streaming and doing just a really free songwriting session. She sat on the stream deck. You guys missed it. Just as soon as she was sitting. You guys missed Rhodey sitting. She sat on my little thing that moved it over to a video of a songwriting session I had. Sorry. Well, that's Miss Rhodey and I doing our crazy things. You know the backstory, why that song? Yes, music does heal. Music does heal, and it's connected all of us in some way. Yes, Rick, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. She is so pretty. She is so pretty. So that was so funny. She sat on the changer, and then anyway. So let's see. I will see you guys definitely next Thursday. And then I'm going to spend some weekend doing a little bit of self-care. On Patreon, the calendar will be coming out tonight. We're cooking shrimp tacos on Monday. We've got a live stream coming up this month. And I also would love to, if I have the energy, to do a live stream on Facebook. I love it. Charlotte just reminded me there are no sorries allowed in the house here. No sorries allowed with Coffee with Kelsey. I'm quite terrible at that. It's it's one of my things I need to work on. No sorries. Negative. Get rid of that. Ain't no time for that. I'm not sorry. Maybe that's what I should start saying when something derps out. Be like, I am not sorry about this. Oh, you guys would invite a friend and you'd be like, she's so nice. And then like, I'm just like screaming at the camera, like, I'm not sorry. This isn't working. Oh, I'm like in such a better mood right now. Not that I was in a bad mood, but I'm feeling like I can push forward a little bit, do some self-care tonight, maybe have some tea and just chill out and just chug through. Just chug through. And I'm excited for Cheryl. It'll warm up here soon. 36 degrees, 37 now, with 72 for a high. In Wisconsin, it is nice and snowy. There are things canceling. So there's nowhere else to go anyway. So not a huge change for us here in Wisconsin. I mean, unless you're going out and about with COVID, I'm not I don't need that. Rhodey, do you want to play? That'd be a big yes. Rhodey's ready to play. I love you all. Have an awesome Thursday. Patreon, hang tight. Tonight I'm sending out the calendar for our February events. Shrimp tacos on Monday. And I will see you back here on Thursday. And if Jeff comes back on Thursday, each one of us need to ask him if he practiced his guitar. We were going to hold him accountable this Thursday. So we'll come back next Thursday and see if he did the things. All right. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I will see you all soon. Definitely next Thursday. All right. Bye-bye.